Okay, so why did Trump lose the election? Trump lost the election because he's a flu bro. Um, because COVID was the number one issue by far in the election, and people like Trumpers, they didn't get that. They didn't understand that, and um, Trump handled COVID um, probably, like, you could say, horribly. He handled it horribly, and just really embarrassingly bad. Uh, his handling of it. Um, I mean, the Democrats were at fault too, but I mean, Trump, the way he spoke about it and the way he acted about it was like horrible. It was horrible. It was like after 9/11, if you said to the 9/11 victims, their families, you said to them, oh yeah, 9/11, that was some people did something, you know. If you said that to them, it would be like that. What Trump said about COVID, you know. Trump was like, oh yeah, yeah, COVID's no big deal. You shouldn't worry about it. COVID's over. You know, I beat COVID. You know, like, he says his administration beat COVID, and you know that it was over, and you know he was saying all this bullshit. It was like complete bullshit, and no one believed it. No one believed it, but Trumpers. You know, Trumpers believed it because they're brainwashed lunatics. But anyway, but nobody else believed it, and everyone thought Trump was demented when he was saying this stuff. You know, when he was talking about COVID. And if you talk to Trumpers, they're like, you know, they started out saying, "Oh, the flu is actually worse. The flu is worse than COVID." You know, that's what they were saying at the beginning, and you know, they were saying it for a long time. And yeah, on day one, I knew that COVID was like really serious. You know, I knew it was really serious, and it was way worse than the flu would ever be. I knew this on day one, but these idiot Trumpers were like, you know, it's just the flu, bro. You know, it's just the flu. So and then Trumpers doubled down. They got even stupider. They started saying, you know what? The common cold is worse than COVID. I heard this from a lot of Trumpers. Okay, like I talk to Trumpers a lot, right? And they would tell me, yeah, the common cold is actually way worse. Not way worse, but they were like, the common cold is worse than COVID. They said this to me, and you know, I couldn't help but think, are these people like completely insane? Are they completely insane? Like, have you looked at the numbers? Like, how many people have died from COVID? And you're telling me that the common cold is worse than COVID? It's like, so basically, they doubled down on insanity and stupidity. That's what Trumpers did. They doubled down it. They said, you know, saying that the flu is worse, that isn't bad enough. No, we're gonna say that the common cold is worse than COVID. So, Trumpers, they haven't learned their lesson. You know, Trump lost because he's a flu bro. That's why he lost. That's the real reason why he lost. Trump lost in a landslide to the worst candidate of all time. Biden is the worst candidate of all time. Biden is a what can you say about Biden? He touches women inappropriately. Not just once, not just twice. He does this all the time. He's done it so many times, and like even like the left have called him out on it, you know. And he does the same thing to kids too. I don't want to, you know, like get into like legal trouble or anything, but like he does the same thing to kids, and you can see the videos of him doing it. And so this guy's a creep. Biden is a fucking creep, and so he's like the worst candidate of all time, right? And Trump lost in a landslide to this guy. So the Trumpers who think that Trump is some kind of like God emperor, you know, like has some like divine right to be president or whatever. Well, they're insane. They're insane because this guy who they think is God, who they worship like a god, this guy, he fucking lost to the worst candidate of all fucking time. You know, the worst candidate. Biden is the worst. That there hasn't been a worse candidate. Like Hillary was a horrible candidate, but even Hillary was better than Biden. Okay, and yeah. So what can you say, man? What can you say? So yeah, that's about all I wanted to say. So thank you for listening.